Alright, this is a quick review on the 12-inch Iron Man, Invincible Iron Man, and the original 12-inch Iron Man. This is the Invincible Iron Man. This is the second edition of the 12-inch Iron Man, and this is the first edition. The mold of the body is the same, and the only difference is the original release doesn't have anything except missiles, but he does have light and sound and very nice features. The new one, which is the Invincible Iron Man, the 12-inch Invincible Iron Man, it has the same mold, same lights and sound effects, same features, except the main obvious difference, he's got massive arsenal with him, and he's got a removable helmet, as we will see later. Let me just give a good comparison view, because it's so hard to put them in view of the camera because they're just really big, and I didn't really intend on reviewing these figures uh, until I got him. He was on clearance at our Toys R Us for I think $30. He was being sold for $50, and he went on clearance for $30, so I said, why not? At first I felt that um, maybe I should have just waited for the second edition before getting the first edition. My wife had gotten me the first edition as a present when the Iron Man toys came out. And then I said, he's okay. Posability sucks. The articulation is terrible. He can't do anything. His arms can just move 360 degrees. There's no in and out motion. The elbows move just a bit. The legs are the same. Forward and backward. The knees are forward and backward. No in and out movements. No hip articulation. No waist articulation. The head is on a ball joint but can barely move. You're really just buying this figure as a statue or as a display piece. No, for some kids there is some playability involved, like when you lift him up. Sorry. I am Iron Man. He has light and sound, but and when you lift him up, there's engine sounds, so he can be flying, making those sounds and shooting bombs. And then when you land him, the engine stops because the heel right there has a switch which activates. It's a motion activated device which triggers the sound effects. So the other figure, the Invincible Iron Man figure, retains the same it can be annoying. It retains the same lights and sound features as the first one. But then this 12-inch figure has too much weapons. As you can see, I've connected almost all the weapons on this guy. And he's like, I don't know, I think he's, in this mode, I think he's up against the entire Avengers team, both the East Coast and the West Coast. He can, like, I don't know, he's preparing for a one-man war. So, there's really no way you can put everything. This is the most I can put on him. All three guns and the scope, which I think is, I don't know how appropriate that is, because Iron Man, Tony Stark doesn't really see through the mask. The mask has digital displays which he uses as monitor screens, or yeah, he sees the world through screens, not through the eye holes. So I think this is just ridiculous. Also, this shoulder cannon has a well, I don't know if you can see it, but it has a video screen, a sort of video screen, and then a scope, which I think frankly is ridiculous because his helmet is capable of targeting anything with or without external scopes. But sorry, I digress. Going back to my point, this figure came with a backpack, a wings flight backpack, which had wings, or a wing attachment, which as Hasbro designed it, will fit on the original 12 inch. I apologize, my camera is too close. There's really no way I can shoot this fitting everything in frame without holding the camera. So anyway, let me just show this to you. It fits nicely onto the original Iron Man. So let's have a look at them. They look nice together. So I found a reason, well, I found somewhere to put the extra weapons or the extra backpack on this figure. So in a way, I am glad that I had gotten both figures. I wasn't really sure what I was going to do with this figure, whether to sell him or not, since I already had the original. But when I opened up the package, I found out that he had two backpacks, and that was just great for this figure. So this figure is really staying. Oh, okay, one last thing I wanted to show. Let me just show you the remove. Oh, the back, the chest plate together with the wings, they're made of like a rubberized plastic. They're very easy to get rid of. So it's easy. It doesn't snap very tightly, so anybody can get rid of it. This one has a removable helmet, which shows the head of Tony Stark, which is very similar to the 6-inch figure. And maybe if you put his scope, maybe this time it'll work. I think in this way, this makes more sense, because without the helmet, he'll need the scope. Yeah, yes, but he doesn't look as cool. So let's put the helmet back on. Even if he looks funny, we'll keep him that way. I don't know what Hasbro was thinking, but that's how they designed him. Okay, one last thing. The Invincible Iron Man comes with all sorts of missiles. He's got 3 yellow missiles for his right hand, and all sorts of unusual missiles, like a claw missile and a bomb missiles for all the guns. Only 2 guns can launch the missiles. On mine, my main gun doesn't launch. The spring is like too weak, but this one launches. Okay, so if you can find him on Toys R Us here in Manila, he's on clearance for $30 or $1,500. I say pick him up, especially if you still haven't gotten the first edition. But if you've gotten the first edition, it's still okay to pick up the second one, because his extra backpack with the wings can fit nicely on this guy. Looks very nice. It even has the pop-up feature. Oh, very nice. I mean, it's cheesy, but it looks good on the shelf. So there you have him. Iron Man 12-inch Invincible Iron Man. Thanks for watching.